I mean, last stage, you were 6-4 with the new lineup. That's where you're getting some wins. You were taking teams to game 5s. You won a series. Control and Search still very much a struggle. But yesterday, we saw them lose that map 1, and then it's just downhill from there.
Yeah, no, this team's not going to win any hardpoints. I mean, yeah, it's going to be a very tough stretch over these final 5. We had a red card. We will go. Rocker will try to come out swinging, get an early advantage of this series, get their 10 points, and keep it going. Let's kick it off on red card. We're going to start with Kenny's POV.
There's some elevator music in here.
Yeah, this is like way too relaxing for the start.
There it is. Grenades!
Well, maybe should have had 2, but we'll set up the assist for Geo. Can't get the angle of the player out of the hard point. What can Estriel do? His early time to Falcons. Priestess could be on his belly and earning it. Nice little crossfire there from Exit to bail Pred out, who is potentially going to be caught. Well, 2-man game though. Towards the hard point, Rocker gonna break it.
Yeah, and this is what we see on P1, right, on red card. 8A messes out, just locking down lanes, really trying to control the staircases and outside. Well, you're gonna spawn them in the position that you want, also have an easy rotation over towards that P2. So he's splitting some time, 8 seconds left. You see number 8 in RCs. He's gonna try and get set up for that second hill, but he's gonna drop down now, help his teammates, because Nero and Kenny, they find 2.
All right, new hard point is up. How long can Falcons actually hold this, or will it be a hold because the contest is in pretty much immediately? Nice movement and gunfight win there with the AR in hand for Nero. We'll see if he swaps to when the next spawn comes in, but so far Rocker finding the big wave of kills, having them spawning in the back still. Rocker earning the time, and yeah, I mean, the longer you can do this and keep rotation, you're sitting pretty.
Yeah, I mean, Kenny, he gets so aggressive because you had number 3 Nero blocking stage. They had them spawning B, S, and D right inside the bar, so it was great map control there for Rocker.
You don't see that all that often.
No, very rarely. Very rarely. Well, it's tough to hold that area, as we're going to see right now. So you're going to see number 2 in Estriel. He's going to spawn out. Kenny, he knows he is under pressure. He's trying to play his life alongside Geo.
Yeah, he had to reposition. Just a second Pred gets up here. You know how difficult that's going to be. How much damage can Pred do? Nice team shot there with Arcades.
Hello.
But there comes the push. Kenny repositions, eventually able to come up and flank him and get the kill. So nice adjustment there from Kenny. They'll be up 30. As now 3rd is up. Rocker in 1st. And so far, so good.
I mean, a great P2. Yeah, one of the cleaner P2s, transition towards a P3. There's just not a ton of pressure that we normally see on these couple of hills. It's usually very mixy on this red chart, especially on the first rotation, but yeah, Vegas just getting smoked.
No, yeah, sometimes we'll literally have like 90 seconds to 2 minutes after the first 3 hard points, like off the play clock, right? And not the case right now. We'll see if they can keep it flowing. I thought Kenny was somehow going to chain a second one there as Exen didn't react instantly to kill off Priesta, but eventually he will shut him down. Estriel, though, his multi-kill gets Rocker in, keeps him holding. Geo at least gets his 1 before he drops. Estriel's got to follow that up, but both players going to exchange damage and rethink the fight for now.
Yeah, now if you're Falcons, you got to get out of this quick. You already see Geo setting up for stage. We know P3 is where the big money hill is on red card. So nice couple of kills there for Pred at the right time. But Estriel, he's just chilling. Just locking it down, playing the objective.
Taking a route's going to be Extend. We'll see if his flank's going to come up with something for him, maybe to open this up. Or how it influences spawns, because they're pinching this pretty well. Exit finally gets there, though, and is just going to get shut down. He takes that long route, doesn't really find anything. Rocker get all the kills.
Yeah, I'm not sure how.
I thought he was going to have freebies like multiple times.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened, but right away, Nero and Geo spun out. They give the tom. So great toms from Rocker. But yeah, it felt like actually should at least had 1. Instead, because that was the pinch that you want. You saw the spawn out happen. You were blocking.
No, it looked perfect on the minimap, and then they said getting killed.
Yeah, and well, now it's looking perfect for Rocker because they're about to be up 100.
Yeah, I mean, Falcons are going to have 20 points through 4 hard points.
Yeah.
That's not a lot.
No, and again, this is like where they've shown improvements, has been hard point. And maybe this stage they're not showing improvements.
No, maybe
the other way.
Focus on other stuff. I'm not really sure what the deal is, but still time to battle back into this, but it's going to need to start soon. It might not happen to this point at camera. You know how difficult it can be to really rally together time, but with ticket control for Pred and his teammates battling forward to the point, definitely an opportunity to get some, but you haven't even touched the point. Like I think they got 3 kills at one point. No one was able to actually get into the hard point. By the time they finally try to, Rocker reinforcements are back in. They're still holding this 100-point lead. It's been all a Rocker through the first set of rotations. Let's hear their comms.
When you're taking a ticket, Nate. I can't take it. I got time. Take it. Take it, Alex. That's there. I'll take her. I'm on. Take it. I push like. Oh, take it. I want to give me 30. I'm gonna take it. He'll be out on me, bro. I'm gonna take it. I got you. I'm talking like you. One thing got one, I'm leaving. Yeah, blue hedge. That's one shot. I get the block. Take it down. Don't take him. Hey, I got it. Take it. One side, take it. Absolutely take it. You ran away. I'm going to surge. I'm working heads. I'm freaking. I'm going to see you, D. I'm going to see you. You might play him. Y'all got time. I'm gonna I'm red. I got to take it. I'm ready third. Okay, I'm pitching. Take it. Exit. Third, Orsi. Third, Alex, what's up there? What's the kid? I'm in new. I'm gonna get out of it. I'll get out of it. I'm play. Let me right play. I'm trying to beat that window. When you get time, I got time. You can say I got time. I read that window. Shoulder flag. Look at flag. All good. Alright, for that. Take it down. We're good. Two outside. I'm gonna go low. I'm gonna Press is gonna stay out flag probably. Okay, I'm gonna still play our flag. Alright, bet. Oh, he's playing deep right corner. What's up, man? Exit weak man. At
the very end of the listen, probably the most positive stretch you've had for Falcons. A couple waves where they've been able to get 3-4 down, finally racking up some time. Unfortunately, you're down 120, and on the other side, the Rocker listed in was solid. Awesome.
Very chill. I mean, everybody contributing in game and in the comms, and yeah, you can see the scoreboard. 19 and 17 from all four. So yeah, great stuff there for Rocker, and honestly, it sucks because the way that 4 dead gets set up is Exnid spawns out behind it. It's just a free pitch. He ends up getting 2. But yeah, you'll take this if you are Falcons. But yeah, Rocker in control.
This is just not the map to be down 120.
No. Well, it's really not a map, actually. You want to be down.
No, that's a good point. That's a good point, Joe. But the comebacks are a little more realistic on some other maps. But no, you make a solid point. Maybe make it a goal not to go down 120. That's step 1 of hard point. But the Falcons have struggled with every step when it comes to hard point.
Yeah, and I think you're starting to see maybe like sort of Exnid his energy, because he started off this game very slow. Is Estriel able to pop that 3-piece, flips the spawns, get them the setup that they want. But yeah, when Exnid is finding kills, it feels like there's some flow to the Falcons team. That's when they're finding time, but he got shut down early throughout this map.
I think with the way him and Predlick play the game, yeah, they've got to find some kind of flow to it, or it's going to be difficult. It really, really is. As Kenny drops, but still Rocker inside, building this lead once again up towards 150. It's 5 straight for Narrow. Difficult gunfight there to try and win, but the streak comes to an end. The streak on the scoreboard, though, is still kept flowing as they have just held this lead. I kept thinking maybe there's a Falcons play that brings it back a bit, but not really.
And they've won every rotation.
Every single one.
Yeah, outside of that second P2 we just watched. But again, we're back up to stage, and look at the minimap. It is everybody here. Nero, he's got a Hellstorm and a call this in. Well, it's just all the info. Everyone else has to run inside, and you're just wasting time now if you're Rocker.
DePriest just like, oh, I thought he found the crazy timing to push there, but he's gonna get shut down. I think it's gonna be a good old-fashioned 100-point club. The Money Hill just dominant here. Estriel chains together a few. Probably gonna be the last guy up to maybe make a play. But with 5 points needed, I think this one is done. The last push in, nobody getting close. We'll see you later. Rocker come in with a dominant win on red card. They've looked so good here at times, so good on Skyline as well. They've had some solid hard point, but listen, they've started some series strong, and then things have fallen apart the deeper we've got into it. So
yeah, on the other side, they've been a team that started slow, and I think this is one of those matchups where you could get caught sleeping.
Yeah.
Now, for them, every game that shouldn't happen right at this point when we're talking about stage 4 and how important each match is, but you never know.
Yeah, and the last qualifier, I'm sure a lot of it was just Kenny came in, kind of getting used to the new team, working on some things. I'm sure, Kenny is the way he likes to play the game, and there's probably a lot of conversations, and they're trying to figure stuff out. now I feel like you have more of a team ideology, and it's just now it's all the focus just on improving, right? Like, I don't know, there's steps to that when you have a new roster.
Exactly.
And there were only 5 matches last qualifier. There's only 5 matches this qualifier. It's difficult, you know, compared maybe to years past when you have so many more reps.
Stages past. You had 7 matches. You had the minor. You had a couple more weeks to improve before each major.
And listen, there's a lot of scrimming happening, but it's not the same. In any sport or esport, scrimming's not the same as playing in an actual match. Monster, map 1 victory there. Yeah, solid all-around effort. Falcons get slammed. I mean, they got outslayed, obviously, but it wasn't just that. I mean,
no, it was just right from the get-go. You had 22 points for a long time.
Holy hell.
Yeah, a long time. You had half of your points at that second P2 we were talking about.
So you know when the line's flat, I mean, that just means someone's dead.
Yeah, they might all be.
Yeah, it might be dead. Woo!
Wings clipped.
Yeah, game flow looking difficult there. We'll take a look at some of the highlights before we get ready for the search and destroy, but...
Yeah, this is the issue. Again, like, the one good thing for the Falcons last stage was their hard point. There was just this energy kind of in the air. We saw the videos.
That's called a honeymoon period.
Yeah. You know, you play a lot of your maps, little skyline here and there. Don't get that. Red card, you haven't won all year.
I think we've just seen that over the years. Like, it's always tough to tell sometimes if it's like a honeymoon period and it's going to kind of stop, or if that team's going to continue to improve. I just thought that might be the case here because it was a lot of the energy. Everyone's having fun. Yeah, new roster. But the second you start to lose, like, all right, now what?
Yeah, it just wasn't a very long honeymoon period either.
No, it certainly wasn't.
One match.
No, yeah, that's a good point. It's a good point, Joe. But they got their 1 win, you know? It's better than 0.
It's a fact.
Better than 0, but it is, yeah, a very dominant effort from Rocker. The comms were solid. The team seems to be clicking. And yeah, the pressure is on. I mean, it's been on. It was on at the major. It was on the last qualifier. But now I feel like you're feeling it. You have got to be, I don't care who you're playing, what map of the series it is, you've got to be prepping as best you can, 100% effort at all times.
Ouch.
Yeah, no, his face is how I think everyone was feeling watching that.
That's how I was feeling.
Yeah, no, 100%. You looked at me, we did the listen, and you just looked at me and started laughing. I was like, what? I thought I missed something. You're like, just this bad shit. I was like, yeah.
I didn't really know what else to talk about.
Yeah, no, it was not a real competitive affair there in the first one. Okay, maybe Search and Destroy will be different, Joe, but probably not. But maybe.
You never know. Well, we're going to a red card?
Yeah. I'm staying on red card.
Staying on red card.
Tell me how Vegas are going to win this, Joe.
How are we going to win this? You're going to need a Priest and RC's masterclass.
Maybe they sub Clay in, but they don't sub him. They just have 5v4.
That's a good idea. I like that.
I'm a thinker. We're going to take a look at some Falcon stats before we hop into the map, too, though. The S&D over the last 30 days. Oh, sweet Jesus.
Well, that doesn't help. You asked me how it was going to happen.
Yeah, that doesn't look good. Well, I was going to say, no, there's nothing worse than last, though. I got nothing for that. Hold on.
But the record was 1-8. It could have been 0-9.
There you go. That's a good one, Joe. Thank you. I knew you'd find it somewhere. Could have been 0-9. That's why we work well together. Glass half full type of guy.
Absolutely not.
Nero, his last 30 days looking a little bit better. Couple of aces.
Yeah, well, you know, the Deaths was talking about kind of opening, you know, dual win percentage. That's pretty low for maybe a guy like Nero. 38%. Normally you want like your entry guy at around 50, right? BZ's usually like 60 or so. That kind of leads the way. If he starts to get a little bit more active, and again, they have the #1 conversion rate or top 2, but they need to find more.
Yeah, find more first bloods and less clutch type situations that they're pulling off. Well, see what Nero can do off the opening rip. Pretty aggressive towards A defensively for Rocker, at least out of the opener. Kenny some tags in. We'll see if they can combo some utility onto RCs. Pred next to not liking what they're seeing as the steps. It looks like they're going to wrap this up. But look at number 2. I mean, Estriel's
there.
There's been a lot of time that has passed, and he has moved up. Nero's going to get caught, and the timing ends up horrible for Estriel. If they aren't wrapping back, I mean, it's wide open for him. He just gets caught sprinting.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised he doesn't slow down there a bit, but...
You think he's getting calm to him, like, hey, they're headed to you. But.
Yeah, it's such a long route. He's just trying to get to top S. He's into a better position. 2 versus 4 now. Because Nero also got caught, and I think that hurts him.
I didn't see how Nero dropped, honestly.
Yeah, he was just middle of the map. He got caught. Bomb still needs to be planted, though. Kenny trying to find a pick. RC's is watching that flank. Geo trying to see if he can find anything from this side of the map. This is where Kenny also rotated, so 2 versus 4.
All right, bomb now getting planted. Trying to retake the 2 versus 4. Exit not staying up. Oh, they're able to get 2, but hold up now. It's just going to be on Kenny if he can clutch up. Eyes on the preset. He's going to gun him to sleep. 1 versus 1 now, and they're close to pulling off this 2 versus 4.
Yeah, expect him in the same spot.
Still time to work with. Now he knows where he's got to be. Damage in. He's got to chase. 20 seconds to go. He's trying to hunt, trying to get the angle. RC's trying to dance, and he'll just go ahead and gun him. Kenny thought he had that one. 2v4, nearly pulled off. Weren't supposed to win it, but had a damn good chance. And that might have broke Falcon's back if they threw that one away.
Well, I think you saw the reaction there. I read Pred's lips. He's like, something with the comms was off. So you saw just frustration. Yes, it is a round win, thanks to this man winning that 1 versus 1. But yeah, you could kind of tell, like, there was a, what just happened? That should not have been like that. That is just a bomb site in a 4 versus 2. You should not, it shouldn't even be close.
Yeah, no, like, there's something was very wrong with their setup that they were able to walk in and get 2 before there was a trade. Yeah. Someone wasn't watching something. I have to go back and see it because I was just thinking they were just going to close on that. Should not have even been an interesting round, but it was. We'll see if they can ham that up maybe in their next offense. But for now, to the Rocker offense. Kind of a standard build-up over here towards A. No pressure to Nero to try and find these entries. He got blooded in the last round.
Well, we saw this switch multiple times at the major. Right, sort of a new development on offense for teams. You know this 2-2 split. Well, what's open?
Oh, hi.
Middle of the map.
Oh.
Well, he at least killed his teammate.
Yeah, no, I guess, yeah, give him a kill.
It's a trade.
All on to Pred. He'd have a 5-kill round if he can get this done. Ace plus a friendly. Best of luck. Ain't happening. He will drop Rocker. And now they're on. And honestly, both, I feel like both teams, it's come down to like almost catching the defense, like rotating.
Yeah,
Rocker
that's what that middle push really is, right? It's like that player top window. If they're in a default 2-2 kind of split, you can get in between that player, below that player who's up top window. If someone's rotating back from the B bomb set, that's who you're trying to catch. And if you come out of the top window onto that catwalk, you're just a free kill.
Yep. So they're chatting through what their game plan is going to be here. Remember last time Astriel was kind of quick on the push through B. He's going to be the lone guy there again. So it looks like the same defensive setup for the most part out of Rocker. Same thing, I think, from Falcons offensively, too. Last time they just didn't find an opening, ended up wrapping it out and caught Estriel in the rotation. Estriel, for now, is still holding. There's more kind of mid-lane pressure from Rocker, so they play it a little more aggressively through the mid-map versus, like, the outer at A, and they're able to find the pick.
Yeah, Estriel, he stays, but that was just a great team nade, right? The nade is on point, and then Nero, he's able to find that first blood. So teamwork on point, nade's on point there for Rocker. Great stuff. And now Geo, he's going to try to catch them in rotation. He does just that.
Beautifully done. Taking space, taking names. 2v4 now to Falcons. And it doesn't seem like they've had much of like a plan offensively. Like, I know the last round they end up catching people and kind of wrapping out, but it's like they're almost relying on catching Rocker.
Yeah, you caught Nero in the middle of the map last defensive round. Then you were able to catch Estriel. But yeah, on offense, they've just been pretty stagnant at the stairs
Right,
this time. They've got caught.
Yeah, it just feels stagnant, right? I don't know if they're waiting for a play call or like what are they looking for before they, I guess, are decisive and try to work towards the play.
Well, if you're trying to just sit stairs, right, if that's sort of your default, there are a couple of things, right? Normally that forces a rotation from B, so you can always wrap it back. Maybe you can catch somebody on the flank, but you're also just open to nades like we just watched.
Yeah, I mean, if I was Rocker, I'd just be like, no one rotate, no one, just hold until they do something.
Yeah, well, they haven't been. They've just been fighting them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the first round they kind of did, but like for now on, I just hold. L trigger up, try and hit your nades, but doesn't look like Falcons are going to hit much. We'll see if that changes as we get deeper into it. Estriel's rocking 3 straight as he warms up. But a second look now at the Rocker offense. And I mean, it can be like this map can play a little stagnant when you're working towards A. Don't get me wrong, but like it's like eventually there needs to be a go button, and like Falcons haven't really got to that point yet. It feels like.
No.
But we're no strangers to kind of this standoff here.
Yeah, again, just really what this does when you show presence, it should rotate someone over from B back towards A or middle of the map. So like
this part right here, like this just never happened. This step of getting towards the bomb and trying to get it down.
Well, it's risky. It is risky though. Nero gets caught on the bomb, but Gio's looking over him. So at least go 1 for 1. Meanwhile, number 6 in Exney is going to take the route, but Estriel, again, just middle of the map for Rocker. They have been all over it on offense and defense.
They absolutely have. Pressure to Priest on exit now to clutch up in this 2 versus 3. Well, it's all on exit. You'll hear him. He'll shut him down. Clean one there for Rocker. I mean, they lost the player on bomb, but as you said, quickly traded out, get the plant in. I thought maybe a timing there where they were to catch Rocker while they were mid-plant. They started, like, Vegas was getting active during it, but couldn't come away with anything.
And then Estriel finds the opening again. So great stuff from Estriel, just kind of lurking. As you said, he was on 3 in a row. I think he gets up to 5 in this round. We'll see what Falcons, if there's any switch up.
No, I'll tell you what, if you're watching the broadcast and you're a Rocker fan or you aren't, dude, some of the content they've been putting out is great. Like with the new squad. I don't know if there's been any recently, just like the videos kind of before the major and stuff,
or
and at the major were so funny. Like there's some new players. I don't know like Estriel and Gio all that well. Like I've been around a long time. I just haven't really hung out with them. But dude, they have me crying. It is so funny how
Ken's just trying to 1v2.
Bro, the way they interact with Ken is so good. Well, this time a little more decisive from Falcons. They're just gonna try and work it up towards B. You've got 2 people here, there, and Kenny's able to get 2. Falcons just getting slammed.
And that's just the play call, right? A has not worked. They really haven't done anything, so let's stack over towards B. And well, Ken's gonna find it, and I think this is good for Ken because I think that's probably the one thing throughout this year that's really struggled has been search and destroy and just getting active.
His vault control sometimes is tough to watch when he's back with Optic, yeah. But search certainly. Well, I just felt, dude, I saw when I was watching the Optic team, like they just their time, everything was just so off. Like it looked like they were gonna like slide out and double chow something, but then Kenny would just chow and no one else would chow. It just looked like their comms were so off. Like everyone seemed lost. But even when he joined the Rocker, yeah, the search still struggled for him for a bit. But that's maybe now when you get a little more time under your belt with the squad, start to get a little more comfortable, or you're just playing a very bad team, and it's easier.
Yeah, but it builds up confidence.
No, it can. It can. Yeah, 4 straight for Ken, 5 for Estriel, other 2. Streaking a bit as well, but I mean, Falcons lost what, 6-1 yesterday in the search, and might get replicated here. Rocker not finding a pick early in this one. And with the time dwindling a bit, now working to get towards bomb, but Nero's going to get caught on the cross. So nice pick there from Arcides.
Yeah, they were hoping with Estriel maybe shooting over towards B. You'd send one back towards B. You've kept 3 here. So they were just watching that cross, but Kenny is lurching. He's made his way. This could get interesting. Never mind, because all of his teammates are dead.
Yeah, if anyone else is alive, maybe. I thought maybe he's going to get 2, but he won't even get that. Arcides will gun him, and Falcons get around. Yeah, had they over-rotated a little bit, maybe the opening's there. But if Nero gets across, that plays out differently. He has to be across.
He gets team shot. Gets team shot by a couple of ARs. RC's locks down this bomb site alongside Xnid, so keeps them in the game.
Yeah, I almost felt like the way he played it, like he thought it was a little more free. He was trying to get eyes on it, like dive across, or well, that's where a smoke would be nice, right?
Just one.
Just one. Maybe Falcons now make a little bit of a run, but it's been the offense that's the problem. I know they won the first one, but that was almost got lucky to get away with that, considering they had the 4v2. Xnid's still looking for his first. They're going to bring it right back to B. This time, one person inside, but there's a very fast flank. And Nero, I thought, had the absolute opening, but his pressure turns some heads, and that allows Estriel to get 1 and not get it quickly traded because 2 turned, I think, to deal with Nero. He is eventually going to drop, and so does Nero. Thought maybe the collapse is working out. That's not going to be the case. Gio 1v3, and they all just swing. If Nero's there like a half second earlier, I think he's maybe got 2.
And they were fast. Falcons, they just turn up this speed. And while they don't open the bomb door, they just go inner and they run. They just run on through, able to flank the player on that B zone. B side, they had no clue. They're like, there's already 2 in here. I'm going to need some help, but it's too late.
Yeah, Nero's did that quick like ticket flank, and yeah, a second earlier he maybe gets kills. I thought he was going to free up Estriel to get a few, but just ends up getting one. Falcons, kind of that slow push, hasn't been working. This time they just hit it, and that's back-to-back rounds, and we get a wee bit closer in this. They're playing it pretty aggressively on A defensively, so we'll see how Rocker opt to deal with this. No eyes really on anything yet. A good tags in, not gonna be able to finish it. Estriel gonna get another first blood though.
And that's your B player. So now how do you rotate this? You're really relying on Pred. He's inside a ticket. Rocker, they know he is here. Arcitys, he's not gonna cheat back to B. He's gonna try to help Pred in the middle of the map. But yeah, great shots on Estriel. There are the trades. Arcitys in a great spot to help out his teammate, but now he's trying to stay alive.
Because Geo stayed the entire time, and they're just gonna take the fight. They're like, screw it, we don't need bomb. Now down to a one-on-one. It's gonna be Arcitys and Kenny again, and Arcitys is gonna rip his teeth off. Clean shot from Arcitys. He's got a couple of one-on-one clutches.
I mean, he's killed 10 last
alive
3 times.
Yeah, he's had his number.
He's up to 7-5. This is just confidence, just catching Ken. Then Ken just finished the reload, so not ready for the gunfight. And here we go, down 4-1.
Oh, is that what it was? I wonder why he wasn't shooting right away.
Yeah, I think he finished a reload. Down 4-1, or he was YYing. Could have been nice.
Yeah. And I was thinking, just hitting those first shots and giving like Alec a little bit of flinch there makes that gunfight even pretty easy. But Arcitys gets the shots in, gets the headshots, takes it. And now what looks like a runaway win for Rocker is back to 4-4. And well, this is part of the reason they probably had deep series and a lot of Game 5 losses.
Well, they're finally winning opening duels like we talked about, but now not converting them.
Oh, now Kenny is going to get shut down. Priesta with the blood. And where Falcons have been stagnant at times on the A push, now with the opener, a lot more freedom to work. Usually they were getting blooded in this scenario.
Roger do have room to work with, though. There's no one really watching the flank from top window, so middle of the map's open. Should come down to this Estriel Priesta fight if we have it. Priesta actually backs all the way up. RC is just trying to stay alive. He has a trophy, but his leg is sticking out. May not matter, though. Just near the bomb. Exton and Pred, they're hunting.
Geo gets another 2 versus 2. Still time to work. And shutting down Pred. I don't know what that push was from Pred.
What?
Priesta. His chance to maybe 1 versus 2. A nice shots there from Priesta.
They spot him. Yeah, you're just sitting here waiting now.
Beautiful. That's all you had to do. That first gunfight win. I thought he like backed down for the fight too. That last bullet hit and got the kill. Yeah, no, I think he was surprised he got the kill. It's like he was stuck between like challenging it and backing down, but walks away with the kill, and now 4 straight rounds for Falcons. I thought Pred had tossed that one away.
Yeah, it was a blackout moment for sure. I mean, that's a defuse bomb, right? It's one of those things we talked about. There's 20 seconds left. Make them find you. Instead, he just tries to
1v2 challenge.
1v2. You try to just get that trade from earlier, but yeah, they were together.
There's been a couple they've almost thrown away. The one on B and then on A, but the fact is they clutch up, and one of the clutches has been the reason they may win this map. RC's couple one-on-one wins. Icing up there in the 2 versus 2. RC's kills Kenny again. It's like Kenny's having like a solid map. He's 8-6, but 4 or 5 of his deaths are RC's.
I think it's like 5, yeah. And yet another first death for him. That's back-to-back rounds.
It is. Oh, it's on Rocker to 3v4. And this is something you've got to improve if you're going to try and make a run to get the champs. You can't take a 4-1 lead and throw away search and destroy, but this is about to be 5 straight rounds for Falcons. It is all on Geo, and he is done. What a comeback there from Falcons. There were some sloppy rounds, and, well, I put that as much on Rocker. Just not having the clutch, not winning those insane moments that Arcitys was able to do. Well, we tied up 1-1. And I'd see that coming after they're up 4-1, that's for sure.
No, and that's just one of those, you have to close out these maps.
Yeah.
That's one of the ones we
That's the reason they go to a lot of Game 5s. That's why they go to a lot of Game 5s. Like, stuff like that. Like, you got to win that. but they're not able to do it. It looked real good until it didn't. At least they can ride on that map one dominance that they had. I mean, just take a look quickly at the stats. A tough one for Nero. You know, you wanted him to improve maybe the first blood department. That didn't happen, but overall they did.
They did, yeah.
You win it, what, 6-4 in the first blood, so you just can't capitalize on a lot of moments. And even when you got blooded, you almost brought it back in several rounds.
Yeah, that was 0 clutch.
No, 0. Yeah, no. That'll all go to Arcity. So he goes 9-6. He was Kenny's papa in that one. It'll be Hacienda Control up next as we're through 2. We'll see if you can get anything from Vegas in a respawn. Because, I mean, yeah, the hard point at times has been pretty good. Not in that map 1, obviously. Bounce back, though, with the search and destroy. Maybe they can ride that momentum into a control.
Yeah, I mean, the energy we kind of talked about, right? Maybe this is the spark they need.
Yeah, no, 100%. We'll see if that can be the spark. Desk, what do you think about their sparks?
Well done, Falcons. I'm excited for you. You walked away with a victory when it was looking murky. You get under 100-point clubbed in the first game, yeah. 81. That's all you score in hard point. And then you're down 4-1. Allie, this is kind of like a testament to their resilience, I have to say.
Oh, absolutely.
You have nothing to gain right now if you're a Falcons player, right? Other than pride, and they played for it tonight.
Yeah, for me, I think that a lot of that was off of Alec. I think he played an excellent support role throughout the entirety of that search and destroy, not only clutching the 1v1s versus Kenny, but we saw it. Pred, he overextends a little bit. He gets that first blood. Bang, Alex there for that trade. I think he played incredibly well in that map, too.
All right, you saw 6 first bloods going to Minnesota, but it's not enough. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from this game, too. And Nameless, walk me through what was going so well for Minnesota, because a 4-1 is a statement opening.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, their offensive push was very good. You saw early on, like, they would get pushed up through mid. Gio was finding picks. They were getting a ton of bloods. You know, that was the thing coming into it. We were like, that's what they struggled in particularly. Well, they found a ton of them early on, but it was great adjustments by Vegas in the second half of this. RCD started to play up, pushed up over towards A site right here is what you're seeing, and he was just finding picks, because what Minnesota does is they get pushed up, you know, near P1. They're trying to find information, and then somebody finds a window, gets through, and then they're just thunderous from there on out, right? So they just adjusted to it if you're the Vegas Falcons and downloaded them. And from there, like, Minnesota just have no ice. Every 1v1 they lost. They had a 2v1 at the very end. The guy wins it from the default clutch spot, right? So, you know, you heard Clint and Joe talk about it. Those are kind of the things. Like, now we're in a situation where you might end up going game 5 here, where this could have just been a 3-0.
Allie, you look at that first respawn, and it was a brutal beatdown, 250 to 81. And after the first hard points, you were still on 22 points if you're a Falcons player. But now you're going into control. Do you play better in this game mode? We look at the numbers. They have been awful for both squads.
Yeah, no, when we were setting up this match, I already said, like, you know what, I think Minnesota probably does it in 4 here. They're looking forward to that vault game number 4. And on the side of Vegas Falcons, yeah, they might be able to steal a search and destroy, but this has been an awful game mode for them all season long in control and Respawn in general, so I don't know if they have any hope here.
All right, it's time for this or that before we jump into game number 3. Shoot on trigger or shoot on bumper, Allie?
Trigger.
Bumper.
Definitely.
Bumper?
Bumper.
Why the bump?
It's just easier.
It's faster.
It just feels nicer. Yeah, I mean, I just feel like if you're a trigger player, like,
What?
just kind of bump.
Allie, they're called triggers for a reason.
Yeah,
I'm with you on that one.
Methods
Allie,
plays
don't
with
leave
triggers.
it.
Insight
Don't-
plays with triggers. I think, does Envoy play with triggers? I think Envoy does too.
What?
Oh, the guy who just won a major, he must suck.
I think
CW
he's the best
Phase
trigger.
or Vanguard Thieves.
Ooh.
I wasn't around for either of these. What do you
I'm
like?
gonna go CW Phase.
I'm gonna have to go CW phase. Clover phase was kind of undeniable.
Maven shaking his head. Like,
We had a
yes,
green
that
room
was the
theme song.
easiest answer possible. Okay.
Well, I mean, listen, Vanguard Thieves won
This or
back to
that,
back.
Semtex or Frag Grenade?
Frag.
It's got to be the Semtex.
Frag, easy.
Hard point's more
SME
fun than
players.
search.
What do you mean? No, it's not.
I'm gonna go Frag.
Frag,
Frag?
100% up top duo. That's what I'm talking about.
If you use a
guys-
frag, you're a true gamer.
You get 11 of them if you play Search and Destroy, right? Let's take a look here at Motor Mouth Info Comms or Slow Concise Comms. Toronto or Atlanta? I'll go Toronto on this one.
Slow, concise comms, absolutely.
The Merc Comms?
100%.
Who put those
Slow,
into
concise.
play in the early pro days for COD players? Because the Halo guys were pretty frantic.
I mean, everybody was pretty frantic back in the day. I will say teams that, you know, when me and Joe teamed, we kept it really slow, concise. If you're yelling, you're ruining the conversation. That is my theory. I know everybody doesn't share that, but it's
That's a
supposed
fair
to be
point.
a conversation.
I like a good dead every once in a while. I don't know if that counts as motor mouth.
Which is why I
You can
am-
be slow and concise and still get hype. You know?
I am mind blown. Sim thinks that phase comms.
Touch
They're
grass
the worst
or
comms in the league.
touch sand. Allie, I don't trust the bugs in either of these things, but I trust
Sand
grass
for
a little
sure.
bit more. You're
Wait,
sandy?
you trust grass more than sand?
Yeah, have you ever
There's
seen
no
sand
bugs in
fleas?
the
That shit is
sand.
terrifying. Get a
Where are
rake.
you going with
Hop on
sand
YouTube.
fleas?
Florida, you were just there. And on the other side, where are you going?
I'll go touch grass.
I'm touching carpet. Screw those options. And that is it for us. We're going back to our casters. Maven, Merc, let's get into a game 3.
Yeah, I'll take like fake grass. Is fake grass an option?
Sure.
I don't know. I might have allergies or something. I did as a kid.
I'd probably go sand, dude. That means you're near the water, right? I'm chilling.
That's true.
We're relaxing.
There's some nice sand. There's some gross sand though.
Yeah.
Real
but
fine, like wonderful
same
sand.
thing.
There's sand that's like there's like
What are we
rocks,
talking about
rocks in
here?
it, like seaweed and stuff.
Okay.
I don't know, dude. There's sharks there too. They're close. They're not.
It's
like,
not in the water. We're not going into the water.
I don't know. Some of the games I've played, there's been sand sharks.
That's in a game.
Is there proof that there's no real sand shark show? I don't know that I've seen enough proof. There could.
You
be,
could also watch
could
it.
be
You're actually
somewhere.
get bit by a snake.
Yeah, that's more sharks, dude. How do we always end up on sharks as we hop into this map? I don't really know, but the ocean terrifies me.
No,
The
you hate
sand-
spiders too. Just think about it.
Yeah, no, but the ocean scares me, and the sand is near the ocean, Joe.
You don't have to go into the ocean.
Yeah, but stuff could jump out of it. We don't know what's down there. We haven't been to the bottom. Oh, I feel like I've been at the bottom casting this series, though. Well, holy hell, there has been some bad Call of Duty.
Not great.
But it's going to improve here in the control. It's going to improve. Rocker trying to bounce back after letting the 4-1 lead slip away in the search and destroy. Early pressure on over towards A. A little bit different of a break off here from Falcons, and they'll capitalize. They don't have massive. That's a big gunfight win from Ken.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Because you would love to just get over towards B, right? Stop the clock. What we talk about on attacking rounds. But Ken buys enough time for Gio to get into a spot and then just win the gunfight. I think a bit of an overchild there for RCS. He could probably just play his life behind the fence. Instead, taste that fight and just allows Rocker to get in a position to defend B.
And once again, like you get the first two. It seems like you're maybe in a position, but Rocker swing back, and now Estriel's trying to get forward off of that and get what information he can. And he's going to get a good amount of it.
Just got all of the information.
And the stun missed too. The stun missed, so he is just going to line it up for free, I think. Okay, Brett did turn. I was going to say, I thought with that stun check, they're like, I think they're good. No one's going to turn it. He was just going to collapse.
All right, 2 versus 3. Kind of talked about the numbers, and they finally win a fight. It looks like they can. Actually, that's a huge surprise. Estriel sees 3 cross the B. I mean, it was just RC's. Maybe they were worried about lurking, but he was near that B point. So Rocker not ready for it. And now the second tick already done. Well, 3 going to go down. Now you can transition this. Number 5 of Priest. He's going to hop on the point. This might be it.
Rocker not going to have many chances to bring this back. First bit of progress is in. Fred, horrible timing there as he went for the check. He'll drop, and that'll be the first step maybe on the Rocker retake. They'll battle back in and maybe have another life at this. But a lot of damage already done by Falcons. You still have a minute 40 to work with. Exit is still lurking on your front line. Let's see what he can find as the rest of the teammates are coming off a spawn. And you can see the pressure kind of rock side from Rocker, just trying to make them funnel out towards fences and well. But Exit was able to get what? One on one side, Pred one on the other.
Yeah, but they know 2 are off spawn, so they're just going to get on the 8 point. Try to flood them out. That's going to be Kenny and Estriel. Just kind of hunting for them. But on the point, off the point, Kenny, but it's going to come down to Kenny. It's going to be all 3 dead. Make it all 4.
That's it.
And this is what we talked about with this Rocker team. You need to lock in. This has to be a match you win.
Yeah, they lose this one.
Down 40, what,
Yeah,
potentially?
Yeah, potentially. I mean, well, they play Surge today, right? Or yeah, so maybe not. But this still, with your 5 games, this has got to be a W. It's got to be. Something tells me you're going to be looking back at that Search and Destroy if they lose this one. Up 4-1.
I don't know if you're going to be looking at Surge because you would have to lose 2 more maps. But yeah, I know what you mean.
Well, just, yeah. I mean, if you go to a game 5, I don't know. I guess I would just be thinking we probably could have won that if we didn't throw away the 4-1 advantage. Nero's waking up still. Trying to get locked, as you said. These guys definitely just woke up.
You think so?
It sort of looks like, I don't know. It looks like half asleep, I swear. Oh, they gave up that first offensive round, so
Maybe that dinosaur outside of Puckett's window is a lie.
what was he talking about?
No, there's a photo of it.
Puckett's wild, bro. He is wild. I'm trying to bring it back on offense. Some nice early pressure from Rocker.
Where'd he go?
Well, they're able to deal with Estriel, and they're going to have Exted kind of on the other side of it that's going to be flanking. And And there's a lot of openings for people like X did and Fred. Just gotta find timings on a map like this. Narrow, I thought was gonna come away with one, but doesn't come away with anything, and everybody just gets slammed.
Yeah, it's just a frustrating one, right? I mean, Estriel slides on in trying to find Fred, but he's behind the desk. He's got a freebie on him. They have office control, but, well, that doesn't happen. He's gonna get taken down, and then you just have the numbers, and now you are stuck in your spawn again. Kenny, the only player out. He's at least on the objective to pause the clock, able to win a gunfight, but has to do it twice. Priest is gonna back him down, but this does allow Nero to get pushed up.
Still got a chance in this. But Exit, I mean, he pushed up pretty early, basically off a break, and he goes on 5 straight, just hunting around, lobbying well. And he's been able to get one on like every single push, so it's been staggered the entire time from Rocker. Great offense into a great defense. This is not the series I expected after the map 1, I'll tell you that.
Told you, dude. Priest and RC's masterclass. We got RC's a masterclass there in that game number 2. He's 10-4. You are just stuck in your spawn. You don't have a tick. You are down 11 lives.
No, this looks so good. The Falcons, we talked about their hard point when they first. They're a 2-3-5 team, Joe. They're a 2-3-5 team. Holy hell. Lose by, what, 170 or whatever it was in that map 1, but since then.
Well, this is what I was worried about. Like, we've seen this from Rocker, but I just thought after the map 1, like.
Yeah, like you're not coming out flat if you won 250 to 80.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is it they won by so much in map 1? They're like, oh, these guys are toast. They're done. I don't know.
They aren't. They're about to be toast.
Yeah, feeling that way. Triple positive is Arcides. He's fired up after the clutches in search and destroy, and he started to dominate since. Falcons looking for what? Just their second win. And they're getting close to it. It's going to require a reverse sweep, well, in the control now for Rocker. They'll have to win 3 straight, but they haven't looked good on offense or defense. Falcons have been lights out. They had a pretty solid break last time. And never really got pinned in after that. It was kind of just mid-hull and the early A pressure. It looks like they're doing the same thing. Similar break. Let's see if Rocker can adjust to deal with it.
Alex just winning all of his ones. Yeah, started that search. Still doing it here. Joe 2 for 2 in the middle of the map.
He is twisted.
Priest tries to find a timing. Well, he tries to get out of his spawn. On the other side is Pred just lurching again off his side. But Ice is trying to help his teammates get out.
Well, he seems to be doing just that. Pred doing the same thing. It's just him and XD kind of doing laps, finding kills.
He's got to get on the point, right? I mean, you just have to.
Yeah, the minimap looks absurd there for a second. Yeah, Pred at some point is going to hop on this. Just pause it and try to shift some focus towards him. He's going to, well, he waited for his teammates to get here. Now he's going to push out, find a kill. Let's see if they can deal with the rest of the flood coming forward. Now everybody's here now from Rocker. Kenny be last guy up. Nice damage in, but Priest is there with the help. It looks like this is going to work out.
I can't believe that worked.
No, I hear you. It just seems so slow.
He's on a 5 spree. He's on a 5. But yeah, you're right. His teammates get to him. They make the plays happen. He continues to play his life. The B point, second hit coming on through. Rocker going to go for this one last time.
It's one of those things like if his teammates didn't get the kills. Like,
well, and Rocker got to be careful here. They go for this. This fails. And you have that transition over to A. Again, open. That's going to be 3 dead. That's going to be 4. Uh-oh.
Yep. Same thing about to happen here. B about to be done. X did locking down top office. Nice little pre-fire there to finish off 1 at least. Nobody on A for now, but I feel like this might just go the same way. Ooh, I thought Priest had a second one.
Well, you're just doing the phase, right? You're just pulling out extra subs. And Nero just hits an insane dive, Chow.
That looked absurd. 12v13 in the lives department. We'll see where the opening comes from Falcons to try and get onto this. Fred just holding, lurking on forward. Big double there from GL. Making a triple for GL. Gives them the live edge. Everyone now coming off a spawn outside of Arcides. And look at they're going hunting. They all push forward in towards lobby and secret.
Yeah, Arceus is through though, so that is the one player maybe to look at it on the minimap. He's taking a very long route though, and his teammates are dying. Actually, is able to find one, but they're just gonna leave them out. Just try to deal with the 2 off spawn.
Yeah, and RC is gonna do the opposite. Like he's gonna try and deal with try and deal with Nero on the other side of it. He's able to do that. Oh, if it's not for Estriel's double there, I think it gets pretty darn interesting if he gets traded more quickly. Arceus did win his one-on-one, so he's going to have the ability to stop the clock. Goes forward and gets one more kill, but no respawns are going to be remaining.
It's a massive one. I think Iced's got to slow down there. Maybe wait for a teammate.
Yeah, this is the final push.
Yeah, 6 versus 3. Still had time to group up. There's still time, but they got to deal with Kenny. There's the first. 3-on-3 on the map for now. Not going to happen. Every trade going the other way. A rocker as Geo starts to heat up.
Oh, they barely walk away with that one. As Vegas does it comfortably through the first couple. We'll see if they can close it out in their next defense, because Rocker had nothing going offensively. Nice little triple here from Geo. We'll see if Geo and the boys can do it. Round by round, try to bring it back. Well, I saw what just happened to them in the search and destroy. Can they do it now in the control? This offense is going to be everything.
Yeah, I think maybe you're starting to see a little bit more sense of urgency on the faces of Rock. A little bit more calms in between rounds.
There's got to be.
Yeah, I mean, I know.
There's got to be.
I hear
Some
you.
of the coaches could slap him on the face and be like, urgency now.
I don't. Maybe when you were young that was allowed, but it's not allowed anymore.
Oh, okay. Well, opening break not going well at all. Estriel last up. It's just him and his buddy Trophy.
It's a good
Hanging
friend.
out.
It's a good friend.
Oh, they're not friends anymore. He's dead.
They're always there for you.
That's true. Until they're not. Nero, big 2 to just get you out and make sure you don't get pinned in for a long time. Where like Exit was, he got this spot last time and ended up going like 5 straight, just finding picks, cutting them down. I think that I did not think he was getting that kill. Estriel, I thought had the freebie there, but great shots.
And well, I mean, it turns into numbers. So the fact that nobody clears Secret from Rocker, they're just not ready for him to be there. I feel like times just have to be off. You have to know Exit's alive. Well, in his position.
And he did it to you like all of last defense, or last offense.
But again, I think Rocker, they're happy they're getting on a spawn for now.
Can they actually touch an objective?
For a moment.
Hey, there's progress. We got a tick.
Not enough, though.
No, 30 seconds to go. Gotta win this round, or the map is done. Exited, still cutting him down. Can't get away with his life, though. This is your opportunity for the minute extension. You've got 2 bodies forward. Nero, though, trying to resupply the reinforcement here. He's going to get cut down mid-map by Pred. Geo will drop. It's all going to be on Kenny. He gets double swung on, takes down 1, but it's just staggered. And it is not looking good.
Yeah, Estriel's got to find a kill or 2 here to allow somebody to at least get on towards A to pause the clock. Well, it's just going to be him. He's going to get on it. See where all of Falcons are. They're going to be rotating over from B. Able to spot Pred down low, so just playing his life.
Trying to.
Yeah, I mean, all the SMGs are finding kills, so it's all down to Geo. And Falcons, they're going to be up 2-1.
All right. Okay, well, here we go. Rocker, I thought, came out with authority. That map 1, they're fired up, they dominated, but since then, it's all Falcons, and now you got Pred next to Roar, and they're close to getting their 2nd win here. And yeah, I mean, their year does not matter. It doesn't, but they got a chance to play spoiler here for the dreams and hopes of Rocker maybe making a run towards champs, and they're doing just that. And with the year they've had, they'll take any win. And it's not looking good on the Rocker side. I mean, dude, I'm just thinking about how I felt when they won map 1 around 4-1 in the search to how I feel now. It's like, what the hell just happened, Mike? What the hell just happened?
Yeah, Pred's telling Optics. I mean, I might not be on the team anymore, but I'll still get one for you.
Yeah, I mean, that might be the case. They need 1 more. We'll see if they can close out. What's that next hard point? Vault?
Vault.
What are your thoughts on Vault?
I mean, for a long time, that was one that the old Falcons roster went to. Right?
Yeah,
They're 1-9 on the year, 1-2 last stage. So it's not like one of their better maps where, for Rocker, 6-2 on the year, it's one always got veto versus them. But with Kenny, it was 0-1. So it kind of up in the air.
Yeah. We'll see how it plays out. It feels like momentum definitely to Falcons right now.
But you are wrong. I mean, Looney's got to be in there like, yo.
Dude, they were up 4-1 in the search, and I'm like, oh, we got ourselves a 3-0. Like, Lord God, Falcons stink. And
So
then,
if this was my team, I would be roaring.
yeah, no, 100%. I can't get over how different it feels now versus 20 minutes ago. But that's Call of Duty sometimes. Back-to-back maps for this Vegas team. And, like, where I feel like listen, Red Card wasn't like that impressive in the sense it was a nice comeback, but there were some 1v1 clutches. There were a lot of crazy rounds. They almost threw away a lot. Like it was like an ugly map win. This wasn't. Like this was like as dominant almost as like the hard point was out of Rocker. Like they just smashed them here.
Yeah, you could just see like the teamwork was off. I mean, your players individually, especially Estriel and Nero, just having some of those inconsistent maps we've seen from them at times.
Yeah, this is a map.
This has been the problem.
Hacienda, like your comps have got to be on point. There are so many layers and lanes within this, and for players like Xnid, Pred, how they like to play the game, they're going to pick you apart and find openings if your comms are not pristine, and they clearly weren't. They clearly were not. Just checking out some of the highlights up before we hopefully quickly get into this map 4. See if Rocker could slow the momentum, or Falcons just close this thing out. Maybe this storyline we're hyping for champs isn't going to be much of a story.
Yeah, it might be focused on Cloud9.
Yeah, maybe. I hope we have one. And most just as like a commentator, as a fan, like I just want to have
storyline,
some kind of storyline with regards to that top 8. But we'll see if that'll be the case. Rocker, the best chance to make it an argument, but I'm still bewildered by what I've seen these last couple of maps.
Not a clue.
No.
But I just, give props to Falcon. I mean, they continue to fight, man. It's not easy to be in a position like this.
Yeah.
One win on the year. You just got 250 to 80 in map 1, and they're still just fighting.
Well, yeah, we'll see if they can keep fighting. Yeah, momentum big time on their side, but this is stats from map 1 of the series for a couple of the Rocker boys.
Well, yeah, I mean, and after these two, it's been the opposite. Like, they need to get locked back in.
Yeah, I don't know. Felt too comfortable after that map 1 winner.
I think so.
Yeah, which I don't know how you feel that way though at this time of year when the position you are in, but holy hell, they gotta get some fire. Seems to be death in the eyes right now for everybody. It doesn't look good. Like the body language and energy, it doesn't look good.
I think they're probably just listening to Dan. Or
might be.
Yeah,
might be.
But you aren't wrong.
I mean, I'm sure they're frustrated after how these have gone.
But I'd be yelling.
Yeah, 100%. Because you can't slap them, as you said. Which I didn't know was a thing. I'm telling you, Nero's just like stretching like he just woke up, dude. I'm telling you, these guys rolled out of bed and played. I'm probably wrong, but it seems that way. Come on, guys.
Well, I'd hope not.
Give me some storylines, for God's sake.
Yeah, you can see here. So it's been a while in between their both hard points. Saw it a lot in like stage 1 and stage 2. Not much since then.
Rocker, you get this to push to the map 5, rewind, search, and destroy. See if they can get there, because this is the hard point pick for Falcons, yeah? Well, yeah. See if they can win it and close it out. Xnid's been making plays these last couple of maps. Break off, beautiful there from Falcon.
And this one, I mean, you just see them roar, they're yelling. Like, you didn't see this at all map 1. Xnid was, negative 4-1, they were down. It just felt, it was kind of the opposite in the TAMs that we were looking at.
Yeah,
the body language. And
that's what we talk about momentum.
That was fun.
The energy's just shifted. It's definitely a team in the Falcons you can't let kind of get roaring like this. And they certainly are now, but Priest to change together a few. Arceus is yet to drop, and he's looking for a timing and an opening. I think he gets the worst of it, unfortunately.
Let's say someone's going to pick that up, right? They stunned him. But near the middle of the map, a big one-on-one going down, and Estriel's going to win on the other side. So you're going to have spawns for P2. And Kenny's going to deal with players off spawn. Great shots with the AR and the reach out. Put some damage in, but allows his teammates to get in a comfortable position here at this second.
Yeah, honestly, those 2 kills are just breathing room for the opening 10 seconds where you can get to your headies. Like you're seeing right now from Geo. This is not a fun fight for either of them. He's got both weapons to use as well. And all time to Rocker here early. Estriel's still going to be inside. He's been the only person now. This is a big push and break. Great stuff there from Falcons. I mean, Kenny's double is a reason that probably doesn't happen until about 25 seconds in. But you get a big break. You have one opportunity really.
Arceus goes on a long route. He does on a long route through pillars. He's able to find that first pick, and then it's just go time. It's go time. They just ignore the back, fly through the front. But as soon as we're gassing up Falcons in the break, Rocker responds.
It can get messy here after the first break. It's just chaotic. They clean up the chaos, though, with that 4 down. Beautifully done. They're trying to push out quickly and influence spawns to give him the back. They're able to get 2 of them. Quick little push out, big split now for Rocker. And it's red, you can see by Priesta. They win it on one side at least. We'll see how these next couple of gunfights go down, but 10 points between them for now.
Yeah, I feel like maybe that's when you had to take a chance if you're Falcons and push the players P3 and P4. Just try to get out. If you know there's split spawn in there, you try to dive on through to
yeah, Heroes hits his head on a pot or a vase and then can't make the play. His momentum just stopped his shot roll.
Now he's got the CTE, dude.
I'm dying. Just straight into that vase. Who knows how much that thing is worth. Well, so far you're doing what you want to if you're Rocker. Keeping them out of the point, get whatever time you can here and holding rotation. Pred, maybe the guy's trying to find an opening on the other side. Watching that'll be Estriel, so just keep an eye on the minimap to see how that goes. And, well, Estriel's going to be able to deal with it. So we see that fight, we'll hop right back over to the P3.
Very similar to map 1, just all the rotations being won by Rocker. Early lead over towards Rocker. And while Nero continues to find kills, that is going to, again, just give you some breathing room on this setup. And not like you need it on a P4.
Oh, they get all this time. You're feeling real good about their chances. P4 has been everything. Oh, 4 vault. As Kenny drops, Nero there to follow him up. You got the AR crossfire setup you want. There's Geo still posting up inside of Art. And they're just funneling Falcons into the blender. This has been lights out so far. You had a pretty good start at the P2 until you got broken, but a little easier to break on the P2. You get your ideal setup here. We've seen just about any team be able to hold. Priesta, though, finds an opening through. I didn't see. Did he just catch it in the same timing?
I wasn't looking either.
Wait, I didn't notice it until he was like behind enemy lines. What the hell?
He must have just found an opening, maybe like bottom art.
Yeah.
Flanked all the way through. Jenny's still here though. Jenny's still. You get majority of the time.
Yeah. No, it's not the end of the world, but I just wanted. I didn't see how he had it.
Yeah, I was looking at the scoreboard. So.
Oh, I'm with you. Things happen quickly. By the time I noticed, I was like, how the hell? But you're up 60. Now we go into the second set. I'm sure you're thinking like. I mean, if you're Rocker, you just clean up a couple of moments there, and this is another blowout like the map
So
1.
we need 200-point clubs and somehow end up at a game 5.
Yeah, no, that might be the case. Nothing like Rocker and map 5s, huh? But I don't know, I wouldn't count Falcons out yet on a map like this, bro. They just get roaring. Pred takes his shirt off and he's dancing and stuff and screaming. Next thing you know, he goes on a 20 streak and they win the map. It's possible, Joe.
Is it?
Could be. Could be. He's a maniac.
You might be right.
It's 15 seconds remaining here. And, I mean, for the most part, Rocker did a really good job on, 1, holding the spawns for 2, on 3, holding the spawns for 4. They put themselves in positions for success. It's just been, can Falcons get a break? They did it pretty well in the P2, despite not having really early pushes on it. This time, they're going to have much more opportunity.
Yeah, but the player on the hill dies. Then it's RC's finding that first pick that it's so important at this P2. Sending back-to-back P2s now. So great stuff from him to at least just give you an opening. Keep you alive in this game, I suppose.
Yeah, no, 100%. It's like, I mean, you're not getting blown out yet. It's not close, but still a chance. Certainly a chance. Just the 3 and 4 have got to be improved. But there's still 30 seconds remaining on second. That's another triple from Geo. He's 19 and 9. Geo bailing him out. Geo putting him down. His streak continues. Priesta wants to pick it up. Well, good luck with that one. The reads in from Geo. Beautiful little sequence there from him, and that helps his team maybe get most of the chunk of these final 30 seconds. Falcons want to send bodies at this again, and they get cut down. And this is a worst case scenario for Falcons.
Yeah, you're going to flip. You get a Nero push out that Geo, when he spawns up, he's already there. So Geo's just going to be hanging out top art for the next couple of minutes.
That's just, don't hit that again. I mean,
yeah.
Even if you win it, like, it's still not going to be what you want.
It's not what you want at all. And while Teddy's locking down the middle of the map, great shots onto Pred. Looking pristine here is Rocker on hardpoint.
Another 100-point advantage. Yeah, maybe another 100-point club. I mean, that's going to be the case if they hold 3 to 4 again. And Kenny, a couple times, has been a good job, like, before that first P2, kind of being that aggressive cutoff to give breathing room to his team, sort of doing that right now. He's going to get dropped, though, and that's the chance then to push forward. He was sort of the point man. Now, do you have the numbers to deal with number 6? Because be Exit that tries to get through the cross. I think he got spotted. He did. Yeah,
so Geo everybody spawned up and just looked at it.
Yeah,
he's trying to take a long route through Cat, and well, the kills end up actually kind of hurting him because he's taking that route. They spawn up. They're going to look right. They find him. Maybe some forward pressure. Nero's going to spawn out. So here Falcons go.
Nero did pop and get a kill instantly. Crazy kill from Priest.
Oh, there we go. There.
All right, okay.
Good spot.
That's what they had to do to have a chance. Rocker win that rotation. The map is more than likely done. Now you can get a full 60, and you're not exactly right back in it, but you've got a chance. Your winning condition is certainly improved. Fred getting vision on just about everybody. He's got cars helping him. The gunny's hitting, all 4 dead for Rocker, and this is looking like a full 60.
Yeah, well, he's going to push all the way up. He's going to flood them through that right side. Give the times to the teammates. He's going to have to pick this up and help the crossfire eventually. But while he's doing that, all of Rocker just going through the back.
He's tracked back now. At least his teammates were able to hold on. So okay, so they'll deal with it. Yeah, no, I thought the same as you. I thought they were gonna lose opening gunfight, just get swarmed, and Fred's over holding P3. But they deal with it. And now we get into our 3rd set. They got that full 60. They got it within 60.
Did you just spawn here? Sure did.
Oh, that'll be a freebie. Nice shots, though. Nice shots. 6 HP remaining. That was crisp. Falcons trying to make the run to close this one out.
Gio continues to go off. He's 27 and 14, but really it's the entire roster. Yeah, I think Rocket, they're just thinking, let's just continue to play our hard point, get us to that game 5. Falcons, though, trying to do what they can behind this man. Ah, they all gonna line up!
Bro, he is hitting right now. 26 and 22. Still chipping away at this lead. It's 60 still. They haven't been able to come that point of it. But can they go P1 to P2? Spawn out now for Rocker. 2 of them are out. 2 of them are holding. Arcees again gets an early kill to set them up.
Yeah, what can Gio find? Gio has been the final boss here for Rocker. Fred, though, he's going to respond. See the split spawn on the mini-map, and this might lead to a Brave. It's just down to the ARs.
Can they do it inside? Down to 1 player. Teammates coming off spawn, back pool. Should be able to help. But you've got numbers here for sure. Yeah, that's a deep spawn out now for Priesto. So with 40 seconds remaining here, this should be a break-in for Rocker, and it is. They'll deal with the 3 and the 4 versus 3 beautifully. Priesto had no chance to really help. Now, Priesto just kind of waiting on his teammates. Waits perfectly, let Arcees get a pick. He's done so well, and they'll be able to battle back into this because still a good chunk of time. We have to fight for this. Fact is, Falcons have got to fight for everything. Gio gets hit by what felt like 4 grenades and then eventually gunfire.
So what is Spawn's going to do? But because you went it through the front, Falcons, they have the spawns for P3 and P4, so not
possible.
Not
possible.
done yet. Just need to hold this setup.
It's just going to be tough because
someone's through. Oh, Astro got the kill. Astro's through. He's going to spawn them there.
And that might be it. That might be the winning moment. We'll see. I mean, still chances here for Falcons to fight back, but they needed to kind of be close to perfect on 3 to 4, and things fall apart early. Exit's on 5 straight before he drops. But you'd love to be battling this from the other side and just trying to keep them out of the point. At least you're getting some time. I mean, if you get flipped out, get whatever the hell you can here. As I think Priest took a nade to the forehead.
And just the aggression from Jenny. He's up to 30 now. Continues to be that one guy just taking the fight to them, making sure his teammates are safe on the other side of the map. But the problem is, oh man, that could have gone very bad. Should have gone very bad.
I thought Exit had 2 freebies. It's like
yeah, I think he would have flipped spawns too. Last time it was an early break here at this B4.
Similar situation. Like, you just didn't get to your setup yet if you were a Rocker, and they kind of picked them apart. They're not going to be in their setup again. No one can even get across to the point.
No.
Gio's going to get gunned. Arcees has been the entry AR. And here we go. Falcons are in. Last time able to hold it for the full 60. Can they do it again? 2 are going to be dead. Your chance now for Rocker to get these spawns maybe out deeper, but they're both going to spawn safe.
And you have a great forward pressure. You're finding the kills. Clutching up his Rocker. They had to deal with the players on the hill. It's just Exit up top.
Really well done, and they can win it here. Falcons have turned this into a fight.
Priestess is going on a flank. Just may not matter. Yeah.
He does get 1 before he drops, but yeah, still numbers here for Rocker in a big way. 5 to go for the win, and we're going all the way to a map 5. Last chance for Falcons to break. Estriel trying to make sure they can't get in, and he will hold. It's a rocker match, and that means we're going map 5, because that's all this goddamn team knows how to do. Probably should have won it 3-1. Dude, like the craziest stat I saw, it's I guess not that crazy, but when I looked at the overall leaderboards, it was about them and Optic, and like Optic had whatever 3 more wins, and it's I think it was like 1 more map win for Rocker or something like that, or it was a tie. It's gone to so many map 5s, bro. It's unbelievable. We have a team like that every year. We have a couple like that.
I feel like Rocker's always one of them.
Rocker's always one of them. There's a Breach had 1 million last year. Now there's always several, like kind of your middle of the pack to bad teams, and that'll be the case. But here we go. This is an incredibly, incredibly important map 5 for one of these teams. For Rocker, it is huge in their battle to try and get top 8 and get the champs. For Falcons, again, they're just trying to play spoiler here, and well, they're trying to win.
They're trying to have some fun.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you do? Like, I get how, like,
still some cash up.
I get how, like, Pred will feel. Like, Pred's just looking towards the future. It's been a crazy year for him, obviously, but for players like Priesta and Arcides, like, you know, your vets have been around a long time. That's all you can really do is try to win and hope you've got a spot on this team.
Show your worth, yeah.
Yeah. It's just got to be tough when you just have not much you can look forward to other than hoping. I mean, your only thing is maybe you could just make a run at Major 4 and win some cash. Yeah,
some cash.
Yeah. No, you're right. Really your big chance to do it, but this is how it broke down. A big comeback, or almost a big comeback, because you had the lead in the map 1. I think they were up like 140, I think, at one point, somewhere in that ballpark. Here you went up just over 100.
Close.
Yeah, no, it ends up being a close one. There were a couple big clutch up moments for Rocker, which they definitely did in the search and destroy the map 2. But the fact is, we're going the whole way to map 5. It's an important one. Each team only has 5 matches here. Rocker trail Optic by 30 CDL points. You get 10 points per CDL win. They've got to make that comeback over these 5 matches and the major. This map 5 is the start of it. We'll be back after the break.
The Esports World Cup is an official partner of the Call of Duty League.
Upgrade your game with the Scuff, the official controller of the Call of Duty League.
The Call of Duty League is brought to you by Monster Energy, the official energy drink of the CDL.
Let's do 2 weak. One more. Weak. Get killed. Back out. There's two. We can refill your secret in a second. She's one more back door. I know your secret. Secret. Back door. One shot. Holy shit, Eric. Last one. Nice, Eric. Good story, man. You can't kill me. What the frick? What the f***ing I have a streak.
Creo además que P-Cool tiene unas palabras especiales que dedicar. ¿Qué les quieres decir a la audiencia en el día de hoy?
I just want to say I lived 2 great years in the league. I love all of you, even the Greenwall fans, you know. Love all of you. We make COD so much special. It's so nice to have it aquí en España. Vamos a todos, hola a las familias. Vamos Genetics!
30 seconds. You see him? Got it, one bullet. Both of them. God, 81 bullet. I just shot the ball. Good try. I didn't know it looked like that, bro. Bro, I saw the guy on the left and I just tweaked.
Vickle now. Last one up.
He's got a trophy though, right? He threw a trophy out. He threw a trophy out. I think this might be too slow. Either way, he got it. Oh, he does get it. Yeah, it was too slow. He gets it. and he just hops in right away. Nobody checks the bomb.
There's this. I'm on top. He's got to be backside. Dead. Nice. Maybe backside side. Try side. Nice. Come on. Get up. Hey, we got a challenge, bro. Go. Let's go. Holy shit.
Boys, go clutch up there.
Boys.
Oh.
My fault.
The 2025 Vegas Falcons team pack is available now. Each pack includes home and away operators, as well as this spray to let them know who was here. It was a Falcon. Next time you boot up, suit up at the in-game shop.
Here we go. It is a crucial map 5 ready to go here shortly. Let's get into it. Let's go. Map 5. Battleground.
Rewind.
Rewind. Okay.
Going to Rewind, which was a very good map for Rocker last stage. But before that, again, just updating you on the standings. This is why this is a big deal. If Rocker win this, they're within 20 of Optic. Optic plays Surge later today. Never know what's going to happen there.
Yeah. No, I mean, that should be a Surge win, but who the hell knows, dude? Who the hell knows?
Oh, they're back in Vancouver. We're online. You never know.
Sometimes, yeah, no, it's just we've had a lot of 3-0s at LAN, and online's been a lot of game 5s. Well, outside the one qualifier, that was like 3-0 Central. How the Rewind has looked, definitely more reps for Rocker.
Yeah, I mean, it's been their go-to.
Yep. Nero's had some insane moments. But really, I mean, you should have won the map too. It's just, now you get to your search. You weren't good in the ice or good in the clutch moments in that map too. It's got to be better here. Because, I mean, listen, this has not been the prettiest series, but 10 points is 10 points. You got to get them. Like, even if they win, I'm worried. But
yeah, 100%. 100%.
Some positives in the hard point, but oof.
It's aggression from Vegas. Look at this setup. There's nobody B. It's a 3-man setup, but it might just get picked apart. Everybody's shooting. First blood for Kenny.
Estro can't get out, though. He's going to get dropped. So it's another first blood for Rocker. They won the first blood battle 6-4 in the map 2.
Hey, Joe, what is the timing like? Yeah, they're going to catch them out, and Ken's like, I got first blood. I thought I was doing a lot of work over here, and my teammates got smoked.
Might be a 3v4 clutch for Falcons to kick this one off. It's looking that way unless Big Ken can 1 versus 3. Not able to do it.
Arcee's.
Of course it is.
Yeah, dude, he's just ready for it.
Yeah, no, that particular matchup, I'd like to know stat in the Search and Destroys. It might be like 7-0 Alec or something.
It is.
Which is crazy because like Ken had a pretty solid map too.
But that's the reaction you need from Falcons, right? You lose a player street side, so you go gens. I feel like Rocker, like that's the typical sort of defensive strategy.
Well, Astro's just got to get out with his life.
Yep.
And Nero was just sort of running in circles. I mean, they were wrapping outer on him. He was fighting it. It just, yeah. That's got to be a frustrating one. But we'll keep an eye on how many first bloods you have and how many rounds you lose. If it's still a theme from that map, too. Falcons go up. Exton gets 2 in the round. Swap over and watch him off this break. Stun is kind of hopping for info.
It's a base stun from Rocker. At least they have the info. This is all B. You see the positions. You kind of have them trapped around the B side, but you're going to have to win the gunfights now.
Well, Pred's holding one side of this. He is just lurking. It'll be Geo that has to deal with him. As soon as Geo shoots, Pred's getting a prop, but yeah, he had the car there to work with for cover, but then suddenly 2 drop, but no. Rocker bring it back.
Kenny Arcees, it's a big deal.
That is a fast one once the gunfights start. No, that might be a big deal for him. Because have you ever had that, though, where like, players just had your number to match? And
I'm not sure.
Does it get in your head? Like, you're just like, I cannot win a gunfight versus this guy.
I mean, you probably see it more often in like the search, right? Like, you're just, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I can't win a gunfight against
him again.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the fact Geo backslides there, just Pred, he's in his credit spot.
Yeah.
He's hoping to find a freebie.
Oh, I thought he had one when he popped, but no, good finesse there from Geo, and he had help. Geo vocal in the break as they chat through this next round. What? They get both the first bloods. This time it's Pred, though. Pred's going to take out Kenny right away. They send it aggressively again, but maybe it doesn't matter who gets first blood, but it's the Rocker offense. Apparently Apparently it doesn't. Now RC is by himself. I wouldn't count him out with the way he's been shooting, but they've got everybody in front of him. But yeah, first blood loses you the round, apparently.
Well, it's just sort of this rock or death ball. Again, you had this a similar setup. This time you got aggressive through DVD. You're able to catch Kenny. But the other three fly through gens. Falcons, they've played nobody over towards the B side these last couple of defenses. You're thinking maybe it'll work out. Instead, they were just, they lost all the early gunfights.
Yeah, Ken's like, should I just not get first blood?
Yeah.
Like, are you guys better off if I'm dead? Last time I got involved, and I got nothing. Falcons last time took quick space on B. Dealt with the 40 stuns it felt like hit. All the utility over the top, they dealt with that, got the plant in, and then things fell apart
This
after
is a counter.
that. Oh yeah, we're going. It's hot and heavy, and Exton, that's where he is thriving. Oh, it is 2-2. I thought it was 3 that died. It was a team kill, you're right. Geo can't win it. These rounds have been absurd.
Yeah. Alec loves these last kills in the round.
Yeah,
he's shooting well. He's shooting well in these. But yeah, I mean, that was the correct call out of Rocker, but sometimes that doesn't matter. 2 through DVD, 2 through Gen side. You had him trapped in, but it gets messy.
Yeah, I didn't notice the team kill first. I thought they just went 3 for 1. I'm like, damn, man, it slammed him. Ultimately, though, they did. Alex like, bro, as long as I'm last alive, we're good. And if it's Kenny, I'm slamming him.
Slamming him.
All right, so remember, first blood loses the round here.
Okay.
It's only been 2 times, but that's the rule now.
Well, this is the first time you're going to try to get aggressive. And
okay, so Rocker's
that's just an easy read for Ken.
Yeah, easy read, but now they're going to lose a round. No, that's Alec. Get out of that fight. Let's get out of that fight. Let's leave RC's to do his thing. Oh, there he goes. Never mind. He's got it him.
Doesn't matter, though, if he wins gunfights out here.
I don't know.
There's no way, right?
I swear to God. I swear to God. I'll put my head straight through a camera.
It's like, can we put a bomb set on the street? Yeah. Oh, are you serious?
I don't want to watch anymore. I'm not going to cast it. I'm not watching anymore. Nah.
At least there's a bomb there.
Kenny now working on the ace. Oh, sweet. Child of mine. Kenny gets the ace. Oh, my God.
Why? It should not be this difficult.
Why does Rocker just want to make me perspire and sweat like I'm Chris Puckett, bro? I might need a different T-shirt. What is going on in that one? Incredible round from Kenny. He gets the first blood. He kills his arch nemesis in Arcades. He has to get the final 2 because everybody else drops. Dude, okay. That round was something. I thought he got caught before he got to the bomb by Priesta.
Well, at least he's leading by example, you know?
Yeah, oh, sure.
There's that.
Okay, but dude, their offense has been hysterical. All right, 7-3 for Kenny off the ace. It's I feel like I should have been just rejoicing his incredible ace, but it was so stressful. It was such an absurd situation it ended up being. Oh my God.
Well, this is a different look. I mean, Rocker have been, they showed a lot of different looks on defense. Here's another one, forcing them again to go B.
Still is set out deep towards Burger, so he's not really involved for now. Just making sure nobody's kind of pushing through. Plant going down now.
Should jump down to Priesta. Mine.
Car out.
Car called in for Ken. The problem is that you're just not going to be involved. Say for about 10 seconds.
They just try to go off the car, take space. They get the space. How can they win the fights? They're not going to at all. Everyone Falcons just tucks away. It's all going to be on Geo now. If he can pull off an ace, he's got eyes on just about everybody, but they'll swing out wide. They'll shut it down. Beautiful job by Falcons after the post plant.
Yeah, that's a great post plant because really what you're doing here inside of Gen's just sort of waiting for the push to build up outer, and then you're going from inside DVD. Behind Priesta, whoever else was with him. And then you just flank that sort of retake setup.
Yeah, I mean, Exit has been dominating just kind of middle of the map in these skirmishes. He's 9-3.
And he's got a strat. He's like, listen to me.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm doing.
He's feeling it right now. He's reading the map. He's finding big kills. I mean, imagine he won that one-on-one. All right, we'll get bomb eventually. Okay, Astral track back and get bomb.
Oh,
Pred, though, once again, just gets aggressive and catches 2, and then he's out. He did that, what, like 2 rounds ago? Just got in, found the first blood, got out. Nice win from Nero. Maybe gives you a chance in this. They're going to collapse on him instantly. I thought he could have just kind of held there with his gun up, but he just started running around. Just felt when he felt the heat. Pressure was going to be coming. Maybe he hopes he catches a slider or timing or something.
Yeah, you think you should try to get to your teammate, though.
Yeah.
But now Estro left in a 1 versus 3, and again, just starts with Pred. He's just running through DVD and fighting hole, so.
Yeah, maybe that accident, that was the call. Like, Pred hit that.
Well, he did it. That's when they got Kenny the first blood on Kenny.
Yep.
But they ended up losing that round, but it's the same thing.
Yeah, I couldn't remember how many rounds ago it was. That's what I was referring to. Yeah. Falcons, couple of rounds away from their second map win.
Match win.
Match win. Sorry, match win. That's my bad. There was a time where map win would be
Third match win?
Oh, it was third? Sorry. I'm a line.
Oh.
I was thinking
second match win. Second match win. Okay.
It's so low, I don't know. Pred on 3 straight. Ripped apart the last round. Rocker feeling the heat. Pred next to taking over. He'll hit the nade. No follow-up for now. They've been working B pretty consistently, so a little bit of switch up here from Rocker defensively.
That's a tight setup. You can work both bomb sites if you are Rocker. Well, they're going to go. Maybe just try to catch them on the bomb, and yeah, Kenny's going to get caught again.
Feels like Kenny's ever been blooded or gotten the first blood basically every round. I'm exaggerating, but there's been a bunch. 3 versus 3 now. What can Nero come down to this? He needs something. He's got to get one. Able to do that, should be traded out or not. No, teammate gets there to help, so as they're dancing, Nero actually gets a second. I thought he like lost him and lost aim assist a little bit, but he kind of hopped back in the truck, and I thought that was going to go terribly. On out, Ken's like, all right, I bailed you guys out in 1. Thanks for the bailout here. As he gets blooded, and they'll take it.
Yeah, it's the
I guess they've done that a couple times.
Second 3 versus 4. So we talked about the mistakes from Rocker, but now some mistakes showing for Falcons.
Yeah, so their win rate when Kenny dies first is pretty good.
Pretty good.
4-4. It's Pred's
Poor Rocker fans, dude.
Oh, yeah. It's
going through it.
I swear, ever since CDL started, just have them stressing. Extended into double digits. Geo wants to go.
Not spot Pred? Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't know if he did. Maybe it doesn't matter. Extend now on 11. Can he be part of the clutch in the round? Oh my God, why are we taking that fight? You have the bomb planted and do not have to.
Well, and then Geo, he's going to show his position, so he was flanking. This could be on Ken to check the bomb. So he's going to deal with Priest. At least Ken, the insurance, 25 seconds.
All right, they're trying to give me a heart attack. They're trying. Exit snapping, but holy, they get away with one.
What
there.
was that extra?
I don't know, man. I don't know. They're trying. I said I wanted to die on camera one day. They want it to be today. Jeez. Woo. Kid now up to 9 and 6. I think that's what he ended the map 2 on. Had some solid search and destroy. They're now on match point. This has been a wild map 5.
I mean, we didn't think we were gonna have this.
Whew. Xnid. 12 and 6. Yeah, I mean, some of the kills.
Man, they might run right into. Oh yeah, I thought they were just gonna keep going. Slowing it down though. Yeah, last time Rocker they played this tight setup. The only difference is Ken is out towards dumpster. Yeah, with this setup, you could play either bomb site if you're a Rocker.
Here we go. Rocker hold for the map and they get their 10 points. For the Falcons, push us to the round 11. Narrow spot for some info. Bomb plant should get started here in a moment. What utility have
they just don't have mid-street, so that's what they're worried about. If someone challenges through mid-street, they might be able to get that player on the bomb. RC's looking over now, 4 versus 4. Ken just making sure there's nobody lurching Burger side.
Nice wall paint there. That is filthy from Estriel. That is filth, but still, maybe in trouble. Extend. Been the hero times for Falcons. Can he do it again? Just slams Nero. Continues to win that short haul fight. 2 versus 3 for Rocker. RC's checking. RC's damage in. Has to go. Can't get across. It's all on Estriel now. Slams one. Only 12 seconds to go, though. 9 HP. No time to get back to full. No time left for the kill and the defuse. We're going to around 11. Lordy.
And well, I mean, yeah, Estriel gets that first blood, but Geo gets picked by Priesta. He's outer B. He takes the gunfight. And yeah, then it just gets messy from there.
And then who did, in the hall, who did Exnit slam, Nero?
Yeah, it looks sometimes like Exnit's like just
no, he's shooting
everybody else.
I swear to God, he's shooting nukes. No, yeah, he's had a couple where he's just, yeah, obliterating someone. Absolutely obliterating. He's killing real fast, bro. 13 and 7 now. Round 11. In a big round 11, the scheme of things in the year. Oh, it's a hard counter. We're going. How do the trades work out? It works out for Falcons. It's all on Ken. Of course it is. No way.
Wow.
Well, he already pulled off an ace in one round. Can he pull off a 1 versus 3?
Bomb. They're just on top of the bomb.
Oh, I hear you. No, this is not looking good. Falcons had the chance to play spoiler.
You know, Rocker did a round like that. I'm surprised they're not ready for something like that.
Get some damage in.
Good need. But yeah, he's by himself. Hi.
Nothing he could do. Oh my God. Pred got so hyped he broke his camera. Exit has a monster map 5. Falcons get another win, and the journey just got harder for Rocker. That's another series. You probably should have won. It's still the map 2, bro. You got 4-1 on the map 2. You had to win that. All right, he just had to. But that is a painful one. A painful one. Yeah, I hear you. I know, Joe. They can't see your face, but I saw it, and you're disgusted.
Man. Optic fans rejoice, though. That's
no,
for sure.
100%.
Like, I got you.
That's a big one. That's a big one for Optic because, yeah, you thought probably a chance for a 10-point advantage or swing, yeah, for Rocker today based on the matchups. But this is one Rocker had to win. Optic's match not one they're expected to win. Now if Optic win that match today, like, all right, we'll see you later. That might seal it. Granted, anything is possible depending on Major 4 finishes, but still, any kind of way they can widen the gap, how crucial it will be. And that was something in the map 5.
This is a TBA, but like, just like throughout the maps.